Hello viewers, today I discuss about how to develop a restaurant app like that. Okay, so in e-commerce app, restaurant app is very important for developers to develop this kind of app. I show you how to write code for and how to implement different types of libraries and dependencies. So that's why let's start about code. So first I show XML file. For that, I show the list item. List item means that's the list item. How to implement? Okay. So I click here. Here, firstly, you show that here I use in every list. Here I use a image and a text. So I use this image and this text. Okay, and it's in relative layout. Then I show main activity. Okay, in main activity, this is here. Here mainly in main activity I implement list view. So here relative layout and recycler view. Mainly it's in all data are entry with recycler view. Okay, and list view. Then that's now I show you about the Java code. So first of all, I should talk about the permission of this app. So you need internet permission for this app. That's the internet permission and that's the network state permission. Okay, and some dependencies also enter in Gradle file. Okay, so here is the recycler dependencies, then this, then Picasso, then retrofit. Okay, now I show the Java code. For this, I show data item. In data item, string is item name, then category, then description, then short, then price, then image. Okay. So then here the code is written protected data item and also override the data item create for parcel source and also override data item new array and return data item size with size. Okay, then I show about the new service means in this activity when I entry another list, then it's gather in the previous activity. That means I list new, but it gather in another gather in previous activity. Okay, so এখানে my service message and my service payload. Okay, service exception and request package. Okay, then on handle intent, then destroy and call, and here I also intent message. Okay, then override public on destroy method. Then my service, it's generally like same as my new service and my service. Okay, and web service, that's the URL what I use and that's the service JSON item. So retrofit, I use the data of retrofit. So data URL is a base URL and factory on create the feed and get it. Okay, then utilize, here the another class utilize, then restaurant app the tag, then here networks, network problem solve here. Okay, then data item adapter, here the all data are gathered. So some, so here the private class image download tags and then the final static is string for base URL. So photo base URL is the URL is here. Okay, so এখানে I use the public void set beholder and then photo base URL and data item URL. Okay, on post execute, then HTTP beholder. It is very important for this restaurant app and another kind of retrofit apps. Okay, so then public static download URL. Here you should get a URL, then appearance basic, and also pick this app. In connection, it close and return null. Return nulls means it returns empty package. Then the public static string, read string, and also out flash for this code. The image cache manager. In image cache manager, I use the library for image is Picasso. So image cache from this dependencies. Okay, so a bitmap. So file exists, bitmap code factory. Here is the code, and string void put bitmap. Then the class public void put bitmap and exception with case. Then main activity. Here is the main activity where I use JSON URL, this and this. But generally in JSON URL, I use, here you see that I use two URL. Okay, so my list item and my recycler view, m item adapter, and then my service exception and my service exception. The length long, it's mainly toast. When I click on the item, then a toast will be shown. Here is the another. So protected void destroy on destroy and load reset. Here is simple code. It's true. Then okay HTTP helper. I create a class like okay HTTP helper. Then static string and download URL. Then if request, that's, and request package. Request package means when a customer ordered some food, then he should pick up a request for the for order food. So that's why you need a request package like that. Okay, then I use this. Okay, here you see this override method. Then okay, that's the food item and its name. So thank you everyone, see you next.